Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to NXT. And tonight we are rebounding off an amazing NXT spring break-in, and you can tell there is a new NXT champion. It's not Logan Paul, as Kenny Omega retained his championship over Logan Paul. And this man right here, Wardlow, cashed in on a man that went through absolute hell at NXT spring break-in. Wardlow almost losing his cash-in opportunity, but ultimately Wardlow winning and walking out the new NXT champion. What does the era of Wardlow look like tonight? I'm sure this man is going to let us know what exactly it looks like as we kick off NXT Sold Out here in Orlando, Florida. NXT Universe, you are looking at the newest NXT champion, Wardlow. I told you from the start that I would come here to dominate, and I have done just that. I sat down and was put to the side with the Blackpool Combat Club. Then I was awoken to my true potential, and I've shown everybody on this roster since what I'm capable of. Kenny, I told you that I would cash in on you at the most opportune time. You and Logan absolutely destroyed each other in that ambulance match, and I figured you were in the greatest of shape, so that's why I cashed in on you. But Kenny, I will have to give it to you. You gave me a fight of my life when I cashed in on you, and kudos to you for not backing down. I will give you a championship match. Just name the place and the time. And some of you guys might be thinking, why Wardlow? Why would you want to give Kenny Omega a rematch for that newly won NXT championship? That's not the type of person you are. And you would be absolutely correct. But I want to show everybody that there is no doubt that I could beat Kenny Omega one-on-one in a official NXT championship match. No shenanigans, no nothing. And I could beat him straight up. Beat one of the best wrestlers in the world today. So Kenny, name the place and time, Kenny, and I will give it to you. But in the meantime, I will be giving a NXT Championship Open Challenge tonight in the main event. Anyone can step up to the challenge, but ultimately, there's no defeating me. I'm going to be on a roll. If you think 2023 into 2024 and 24 into 25 was a big thing, imagine what the future is going to be holding. Very well could be the longest reigning NXT champion in the history of NXT, and that's saying something with the amount of talent that has come through here in NXT with the likes of Kenny Omega and CM Punk and plenty of other big names, especially Adam Cole as well. But now I have to head to the back and get ready for my open challenge. I will see you guys later tonight. Well, certainly, ladies and gentlemen, that's awesome to see. Wardlow's coming out here and saying, hey, you know what? I'll give Kenny Omega his rematch any place, any time. But also, we're having an NXT Open Challenge for his NXT Championship tonight in the main event. That's pretty awesome to see for a man that did what he did, cashing in his Money in the Bank briefcase. But now we get to kick off NXT with Oba Femi taking on a WWE Hall of Famer and Rey Mysterio. And we saw NXT Spring Break-In this past weekend, ladies and gentlemen, Carlito knocking off Tony D'Angelo to becoming the new NXT North American champion. But this behemoth right here, Oba Femi, would come out and attack Carlito, laying him in a pool of his own, basically insides on that mat. And Rey Mysterio is going to look to get a measure of revenge for a member of the LWO, that being Carlito. Let's see how Rey can do it. He's, in his long, illustrious career, he has fought plenty of giants, plenty of big men, from the likes of Mark Henry, Big Show, the Great Khali, The Undertaker. So many big men. Guess you could even throw Batista in terms of just the strength and power as well. Call him the biggest little man in WWE history, and he's one of the best to ever do it, ladies and gentlemen. Former Raw Tag Team Champion, former United States Champion, and now looking to knock off a gentleman that is looking to make a name for himself here. And it looks like for sure Oba Femi is coming after that NXT North American Championship. Here we go. Oba Femi, Rey Mysterio, live to kick us off here on NXT. Referee has officially rung the bell. Rey Mysterio going with that springboard crossbody. He stuns Oba Femi at the moment. And that's what Rey Mysterio needs to do. He needs to keep Oba Femi off balance. You have to. He's a big man for a reason, ladies and gentlemen. And Mysterio right now keeping him on the ground. Oba cannot get himself in these type of situations right now. This is why Rey Mysterio has lasted this long here in the business, with just being able to outsmart his opponents, and especially bigger guys. And now Mysterio. Oh, look at the strength. Oh, I was going to say, if he was going to be able to pick him up like that, that would have been amazing. But now Oba Femi going to look to change the trajectory of this match with a running power slam. And look at Mysterio rolling out of the ring. He knew he very well could be in trouble. Uh-oh, Mysterio's in trouble now. Oh, going to go for the Hurricane Rana. No, Oba Femi with the reversal into a powerbomb. And it's one of those matches, ladies and gentlemen, you got to be very, very careful. This is a no count out matchup, but if you let Oba Femi do what he wants to here at ringside, very well could be a short night for Mysterio. Rey trying to figure out what he wants to do to Oba Femi, but he's taking way too long, and it allows Oba Femi to get himself back in this matchup. And now we're going to go to the other side of this arena as, oh no, Mysterio gets powerbombed right next to the barricade. Brutality at its finest. As back in the ring we go. Oba gonna look to continue the momentum he has. Big boot, just a glancing blow, but now Oba Femi was trying to go for maybe a bear hug. Didn't work out in his favor. Mysterio now from behind, and a big takedown there from Mysterio. Can Mysterio pick up a massive win, a literal massive win over this big man, Oba Femi? But no, big kick out there from Oba. As this matchup continues, ladies and gentlemen, we have a massive night ahead of us, including obviously that NXT Open Challenge tonight in the main event, where Wardlow will defend his NXT Championship against someone on this roster, as Mysterio looking to go high risk, high reward with an axe handle, taking down Oba Femi. Besides that matchup tonight, we also got a back body drop there from Oba. We have a women's NXT Championship matchup as Tiffany Stratton defends against the Queen, Charlotte Flair, later tonight in your double main event of the evening. Also, we got some more spectacular matches coming your way as the newly crowned Women's NXT North American Champion, Thea Hail of Chase University. She is in action against Fallon Henley. Be a big time matchup for Thea Hail as she is your new NXT North American Champion. She's going to look to take it, that championship in Chase University up and up with that championship. But having a woman like Fallon Henley, she's going to be hungry for that championship. Be a good matchup. Two young women coming after or basically leading that division possibly. We'll see where that goes as well, as later on tonight, All Ego Ethan Page takes on Say His Name and he will appear, Joe Hendry, later on tonight. So the Femi gets reversed there from Rey Mysterio. Mysterio definitely needed that, as now here we go. Down goes Oba Femi. Pinfall opportunity. Can Rey Mysterio steal it? Now Oba Femi looking to steal it with the roll up. 2. So close. Both men going back and forth so far has not been enough. And now Oba. Ooh. Big knee right to the tailbone of Mysterio. That is not going to be feeling good, especially all that power and strength right there on that tailbone as he just drops Mysterio right there on his head and neck area. Look at Oba. Just that monstrous roar here in Orlando, Florida. Absolutely crazy to see this type of man. He's looking to take over NXT one by one if he has to. He started with Carlito, decimating the newly crowned NXT North American Champion Carlito, and now he's going to look to send a message to the leader of the LWO, the WWE Hall of Famer, Rey Mysterio. Oh, look at Mysterio doing a little bit of a tight walking around the ropes there, and he takes down Oba Femi. And now Oba, brutal clothesline, and now Oba, you could maybe consider this his comeback moment in this matchup, desperately trying to get back in this matchup. So, nice spine buster there. That spine buster looked brutal. I don't know if it's enough to put him away. So close, but no cigar. And now what can Oba do to put away Mr. Rey Mysterio? Big time. Almost like a maneuver that you see from John Cena with that swinging power slam. But it was not enough, and Oba cannot believe it. But for Oba, you got to stand Mysterio. You got to figure it out, my man. This is literally going to be the biggest win in your history. And Mysterio went for the springboard there while Oba was flexing on Mysterio. Didn't work out in his favor. That could have been the time and the place for Rey Mysterio to teach Oba Femi a lesson and say, hey, kid, you're taunting too long. You're giving me way too much time to get back in this matchup. But right now, Mysterio, arm drag takedown now. He's still in this matchup. And now Mysterio going to go high risk here with the 5-star frog splash. Will that be enough to put Oba Femi down? No. And now Oba kicks out. What a matchup. Both men are putting it all on the line tonight. Oba Femi knows how big this matchup is. Mysterio knows how big this matchup is. And now Mysterio telling him to get up to his feet. Another frog splash. Trying to weaken Oba Femi, and that could be it. And it is Mysterio. Rey Mysterio gets a massive win tonight. Literal massive win. That's exactly what Rey Mysterio wants to do. He's going to say, hey, you know, anyone can do what they want, but they're not going to walk over the LWO. And no. Oba Femi now coming in the ring. This is what a sore loser looks like, ladies and gentlemen. Oba Femi coming out behind Rey Mysterio as Mysterio just won that matchup. It was a back and forth matchup. I understand Oba Femi being frustrated, but come on. This is not what you need to do, Oba. Come on, man. You did your damage, Oba. You done your damage. And Mysterio from behind. Still not backing down. Heck yeah, Rey. Get him, Rey. Oh, no. Of course, as soon as I say that, didn't work out. Oh, no. Rey Mysterio should have just ran out when he had the chance. Mysterio. Oh, my God. On that broken kendo stick there. And no, not again. Oba Femi absolutely destroying Rey Mysterio, sending a message here. And oh no, not the steel steps. Oh God. And he just tossing it right on him as well. And now Oba Femi again looking to send a message to the LWO that NXT North American Championship is coming his way. Guess I can't be really surprised on what we just saw. Mysterio picking up a big win, but Oba Femi again sending a message to the LWO. Oba Femi's going to be a man to be on the lookout for here into 2024, into 2025. But now, here comes Fallon Henley, young woman, part of the NXT roster here. She had that opportunity at NXT Spring Break-In to walk out with that newly crowned NXT Women's North American Championship. Fell a bit short tonight, or at that night I should say, but tonight she gets a non-title matchup against Thea Hail, and we'll see if Fallon Henley can, maybe pick up a win tonight and maybe get herself an opportunity for that NXT Women's North American Championship. As here comes Thea Hail, the newest Women's North American Champion. The early teachings of Thea Hail from Andre Chase, Duke Hudson of Chase University, working off so good so far here in NXT, and we'll see if she can continue to be the NXT North American Champion for a very long time. Certainly a lot of women are going to be coming at you, like that expression goes. It's easy to reach the top of the mountain, but staying on the top of the mountain is harder than reaching the top of the mountain. But for me, I think this woman has plenty of fight in her, and I think, like I said, with having Andre Chase and Duke Hudson behind her, and everyone else at the university, I think this is a big opportunity for Thea Hail to represent Chase University. As here we go, Fallon Henley takes on Thea Hail. Non-title match here, live tonight. Referee rings the bell, here we go. Big opportunity for both of these women to show up and show out. And the thing is, I like the introduction that we're seeing. I mentioned it before. For all three brands, you're going to see the United States Championship for Raw. You're going to see the Intercontinental Championship there on, or the Intercontinental Championship on Raw, United States Championship on SmackDown, and now you get the Women's North American Championship here on NXT. It gives those women that don't necessarily get those opportunities in the main event picture an opportunity to really showcase and get an opportunity to show everybody, hey, this is why I was signed to WWE, and there's a reason why I'm one of the better superstars here in WWE. And having a championship like this North American Championship, it can even give you better opportunities in the near future if you were to branch out, let's say, into going after that NXT Women's Championship. Especially with that NXT Women's Championship that we have later on tonight. The future of NXT, it's, you could say definitely it's up in the air, because right now we have Tiffany, Stratton, Charlotte Flair going at it for that NXT Women's Championship. Now Fallon Henley. Oh, nice arm toss. Take down there of your North American champion. Oh, big chop there. Fallon Henley. Oh, look at this maneuver. Nice bulldog. Take down there of Thea Hail. Thea Hail just needed a quick second to get herself out of a bad predicament. And Thea Hail with a nice DDT. Spikes her right on her face. This is where Thea Hail can be very dangerous here. Oh, look at this agility and a little bit of a jump there. And now Thea Hail starting to pick up the momentum in this matchup here. Can she capitalize? Big scoop slam, possibly. Yes, it is. Right in the middle. Thea Hail, high risk from the second rope. What is Thea Hail thinking about here? Uh-oh. In a bad way. Nice reversal from Fallon Henley. Powerbombing Thea in the middle of the ring. But no. 2.5. Key reversal in this matchup from Fallon Henley into a running bulldog. That very well could be it. Fallon Henley, though, not looking to hit the pinfall just yet, it looks like, as she's looking to inflict some more pain. Going for a scoop slam, it looks like. Fallon Henley in trouble. Gets hit with a reverse DDT. Now this is where Thea Hail needs to figure out something quickly, because Fallon Henley has figured out Thea Hail, and you cannot take too many more misdirections in this matchup, or you're going to lose this matchup for sure. Scoop slam, going to go for the pinfall. Will this be enough to keep Fallon down? No. Oh, and a big kick to the middle of that back. Thea Hail trying to figure out what she wants to do. High risk time for Thea Hail. Here we go. Frog splash. Halfway across the ring, putting everything on the line, is your women's NXT North American champion. What is Thea Hail thinking? Big stomps in the midsection. Man, look at the brutality. Just stomping Fallon Henley in the middle of that mat. Absolutely crazy. Now Thea Hail, springboard. Oh, cannonball. Okay. And now Thea, what is she thinking about doing to Fallon here? Oh, almost like the Kimura lock. Kimura lock here on Fallon Henley. Will this be it? Fallon Henley has nowhere to go in the middle of the ring, but Thea Hail lets it go. And now, Thea Hail gonna go high risk here again. Can only imagine where this is gonna go now. Thea Hail flying crossbody from the top rope. Is this it? 2, 3, big win for Thea Hail tonight on NXT. Big win. Thea Hail, she needed that win. This woman is a key part of this future here in NXT. Congratulations to Thea Hail. Massive win tonight over Fallon Henley for Chase University. And now, ladies and gentlemen, our next matchup is the All Ego Ethan Page taking on Joe Hendry. Ethan Page, so far here in NXT, has had a massive win over the likes of Kenny Omega. That was in a non-title matchup, and All Ego, he will not stop talking about it, and he says, hey, when my opportune time is right, I will be challenging for that NXT Championship. And we actually talked to Ethan Page about this matchup tonight with Joe Hendry, and he says he doesn't respect Joe Hendry. Joe Hendry is a comedic act that all he has to do is come out here and he just appears out of nowhere. He's just some stupid act. Ethan Page calls himself the man that should lead the NXT future, not some act like Joe Hendry. And he's going to show Joe Hendry how professional wrestling is all about tonight. My words, or his words, not mine. So we'll see how Ethan Page will fare tonight with taking on Joe Hendry. We saw him weeks ago, part of that big battle royal to determine the challenger in that gauntlet matchup of sorts for the NXT Championship, or the challenger for the North American Championship, pardon me. But Joe Hendry, ladies and gentlemen, makes his singles debut tonight. Massive match, taking on Ethan Page tonight. We don't know how long this contract is here in NXT for Joe Hendry, but we know tonight for sure it's a big opportunity. Second appearance, why not use that opportunity to show Adam Pearce that he should be used more here in NXT. If you don't know, Joe Hendry from the TNA roster. We don't know if Joe Hendry is actually officially a part of the NXT roster, if, he was a free agent from TNA coming over here. We don't know the whole situation, but we now know that Joe Hendry, at least momentarily, is a part of NXT as of tonight, as we saw in that Battle Royal weeks and weeks ago. Let's see how Joe Hendry fares tonight against the All Ego Ethan Page. Referee has rung the bell. Here we go. Can Joe Hendry survive the All Ego, the egotistical Ethan Page? It's a big scoop slam there from Joe Hendry. right now, ladies and gentlemen, with the amount of superstars that are very young, you could say there is definitely some talent here in NXT, but a lot of younger talent for sure. You gotta build up those rosters. You're gonna see matches like this where people are gonna be fighting for opportunities, and obviously more wins you get, your more opportunities you're gonna get. You're gonna see matches like this. You're gonna see these young men and women climbing up the rankings, and that's what you love to see here in NXT. Is it's anyone's ball game. There's not already really established people to an extent. NXT is all about new stuff, and that's what you're seeing here tonight in this matchup. New superstars going at it. As now Ethan Page, back and forth we go, and a big elbow connects right to the jawline, but look, a kip up from Joe Hendry into a running knee strike. And for a man like Ethan Page, you got to be very careful not to get too cocky. I know it's your shtick and everything like that, but when you're facing off with a man with nothing to lose like Joe Hendry, I mean, certainly, he's ready for this type of matchup. And this type of giving him some kind of confidence to run through you. I mean, certainly you don't want to give your opponent anything, I would say, to really piss them off or really get them, going, kind of get them in the right frame of things, kind of use it to their own power, I guess. Is now Joe Hendry with a pump-up powerbomb out of nowhere. Will this be enough to pick up the victory? So close to picking up a massive win was Joe Hendry tonight. Is now Hendry with a nice forearm strike, stuns Ethan Page right now, and Ethan Page is in trouble. The man that he said that he should be challenging for the NXT Championship next, certainly dealing with a lot of stuff at the moment. And now here comes Ethan Page with the haymakers and a big haymaker, big punch right to the dome there of Joe Hendry. As now Page with a nice elbow drop right across the chest there. Hendry is in trouble. Can he figure out Ethan Page? Swinging rock bottom. Is that going to be enough? But Ethan Page, he's not done yet. What is he setting up on Joe Hendry here? Uh-oh, Ethan Page. Gets hit with a reversal back body drop. And now Hendry, again, going to step on the back of the neck, man. Joe Hendry all fired up, as he should be. Key opportunity in this matchup for him to get something started. It's a big knee right across the chest. And now Hendry gonna go high risk, high reward situation. Big elbow across the chest. Pinfall opportunity. 1, 2. Oh, so close. 2.9, but Ethan Page keeps himself in this matchup. And now Hendry, he's looking to end it. He's looking to end it right here, right now. Ethan Page, no, with a reversal. And now Page with a swinging neck breaker. Just when you thought maybe, just maybe Joe Hendry might be able to pull it off tonight, Ethan Page keeps himself in the matchup, keeps himself very, I would say, focused, I would suppose. And now Ethan Page. Uh-oh. What is this? Oh my goodness. What a maneuver there. Did not feel good, I can tell you that. Into a pinfall. Will this be enough? 2, 3. Ethan Page, almost little shades of that crucifix powerbomb of sorts, was able to pick up Joe Hendry over the top of his head and put him away. Big win once again for Ethan Page as he continues to pick up big win after big win here in NXT. As one of the newest members of this NXT roster, not only have I defeated quote-unquote one of the best wrestlers in the world, Kenny Omega, in a non-title match, I just beat this fraud, Joe Hendry. He can appear whenever he wants to, but losing in front of me, that's perfectly fine. My goals are simple here in NXT, and it is coming for that NXT Championship. And I quite honestly don't care who holds onto that NXT Championship. Currently, it's Wardlow. And I heard you're holding that open challenge tonight, kid. So Wardlow, I'd keep your eyes very close because you're looking at the man that will be challenging you for that NXT Championship tonight. All ego, Ethan Page. And now here comes the chairman of NXT, that being Shawn Spears. And for Shawn Spears, we did see him in that battle royal recently to determine who would go on to face off with the NXT North American Championship at that time against Tony D'Angelo. Carlito obviously won that. But before we saw Shawn Spears in that matchup, last time we saw Shawn Spears was he was taking on Samoa Joe in a one-on-one contest months ago before losing to Samoa Joe. And we tried getting word with Shawn Spears earlier on, but as you can tell, very difficult with this man. Obviously, we all know what Shawn Spears looked like back when he came through NXT, known as Ty Dillinger, calling himself the perfect 10. But this whole personality, this whole gimmick of sorts for Mr. Shawn Spears, this is a whole, you could say a 180 compared to what he is. And the one thing that he told us without us even asking any questions is he plans on dropping NXT on its head and giving it a face adjustment, whatever that may mean. But tonight he takes on a man that's relatively new to NXT, that being Lexis King, in one-on-one action. Shawn Spears has been in WWE back in WWE for just a little bit of time. Lexis King, one of the newest signings we've seen here in NXT, a big man, or not, I should say a big man, but a big name. The son of Brian Pillman, a man that brought a lot of stuff to WWE back in the day. But now, let's see how he fares against Shawn Spears tonight. There he is, Lexis King. Kid has a lot of potential. Certainly will not be easy tonight, but his whole career has not been easy. He was on the independent scene trying to find himself. Now he's signed here to NXT. He believes this is the opportunity that he needs, the career that he wants to have, that breakout moment. He says he's going to have it very, very soon. We'll see how Lexis King fares tonight, though, as he takes on Shawn Spears one-on-one. As you can tell, this man is very crazy, especially getting in the face of these women right in front of us. I don't think we might have a match before if he's starting to fight the crowd here, especially the women out front here. But it seems like the match is about to get ready. This is the matchup before we get to our double main event. As here we go, Shawn Spears and Lexis King. Here we go, match is officially started, and Lexis King coming right out of the gate. And oh, look at this. Oh, big takedown there early on of Shawn Spears. And certainly for Shawn Spears, he wants to do something that he didn't do in his very first run here in WWE, here in NXT, in becoming world champion. Then you have a man like Lexis King, a new up-and-coming superstar looking to make a name for himself. Shawn Spears certainly doesn't want this kid making a name for himself over him. As again, Lexis King, brutal neck breaker. Absolutely brutal. And the reason, if you guys didn't know this already, the nickname for Shawn Spears, why he calls himself the chairman, as he loves to hit people with chairs. As back in the ring we go. Here comes Lexis King looking to inflict some more damage here on Shawn Spears. Uh-oh. Shawn Spears, big reversal. I think Lexis King may have been looking for a suplex of sorts. But now, Mr. Shawn Spears looking to inflict damage. Oh, Irish rebound into the corner. Big clothesline. Into a snapmare takedown. Neck breaker. Brutality at its finest there from Mr. Shawn Spears. And like we're saying, the previous matchup and even this matchup, you're little shades of what the future's gonna look like. You know, ooh, big face buster. Back and forth we go. Big chop, big punch. Here comes Shawn Spears, but no, Lexis King out of nowhere. Into a neck breaker. And now, brutal knee strike right to the temple. And again, look at those big, heavy punches there from Shawn Spears. Into a pinfall. Here we go. Is this enough? No, strong kick out. And again, no. Oh, right across the forehead. That face is not going to be feeling too good if you're Lexis King. You cannot allow a man like Shawn Spears to do what he's doing. And I think when he brought that knee down, I think that busted Lexis King's face open a little bit. We'll see if we can get a view of it. Can't really see it at this point of view. There's now Spears. Oh, over the top rope we go. Oh, looks like it's the right side of the face there for Lexis King. Busted open just enough there. We'll see if that will affect this matchup at all. As a DDT to the outside. Back and forth we go. This is the type of matchup you want to see here. Hard-hitting matchup. It's not one-sided. And as you can tell, this is most of these matches you're going to see here, for the most part, are going to be no count-out matches. Because there, for the longest time, people were using that too much, and all the GMs came together and talked to Triple H, the official chairman of WWE, and said, hey, you know what, for the time being, this is what we need to do with most of the matches. And Triple H was perfectly fine with it. Ooh, and a big knee strike there from Lexis King. And like we mentioned, this matchup, ladies and gentlemen, is the matchup just before we get to your double main event, as it is Tiffany Stratton defending her NXT Women's Championship against the Queen, Charlotte Flair. As back in the ring we go. And also the main event tonight, Wardlow defending his NXT Championship in the main event. It sounded like Ethan Page is the one that plans on accepting that open challenge, but nothing is official, ladies and gentlemen, until they have made their entrance out here. There's a big punch to the kidneys. There we go. Here comes Dillinger, formerly known as Dillinger. Here comes Shawn Spears. A big elbow strike takes down Mr. Lexis King. And just stomping away on that chest there. But Lexis King is sick of being stomped out there. And a little bit of a triangle chokehold here. Will this be enough? Is that blood just flowing through that right eye socket? Spears punching that open wound, and he gets himself out of it. Can Spears get himself back in this matchup here? Spears is fired up, as he should be. He needs to be. This is the moment. A hard-hitting matchup. You gotta put away your opponent here. And Spears, he has him up. What is he thinking here? Oh, little shades of an attitude adjustment from Shawn Spears. 1, 2, 3. And there she goes. Big win tonight, live on NXT. Shawn Spears pulling it all out of his repertoire. Big win tonight, live on NXT for that man right there, Shawn Spears.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall and is for the NXT Women's Championship.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, it is time for your NXT Women's Championship to be defended. As there you can tell, she is the challenger, Charlotte Flair. She's in the house. She is looking to dethrone the undefeated, the ever impressive Tiffany Stratton. been a long time. Tiffany Stratton has been undefeated here in WWE, and we'll see if she can continue it even over the Queen, Charlotte Flair. Charlotte has won quite a bit of championships here in WWE. She's won the Raw Women's Championship, the SmackDown Women's Championship, and now if she wins the NXT Women's Championship, she would be known as a Grand Slam champion. Almost a Grand Slam champion. Obviously, she would have to win the tag team titles at least once, but when it comes to at least winning every brand's prospective championship, the Raw and the SmackDown main championships, they would be Grand Slam champions. But obviously with the introductions of the other championships, it wouldn't be known as a Grand Slam, but still certainly very close. But even being able to win the Raw, SmackDown, and then maybe winning the top championship in NXT, certainly that would do a lot of things to even add to her already impressive things that she's accomplished here in WWE. But she's facing off with an up-and-coming woman that has dominated the women's division ever since joining WWE. It's going to be an amazing clash. This is a double main event matchup, ladies and gentlemen. We can only have one winner in the center of this ring. Obviously, you know, Charlotte was getting involved when Tiffany and Trish Stratus was going at it. Charlotte sent a message to not only Trish, but also Tiffany Stratton. And you can feel the big fight feel tonight here, ladies and gentlemen. This crowd is ready for a fight. Two top women that are, certainly Tiffany's on the best of her game. Charlotte still in her career. And it's hard to honestly call. I mean, even with Tiffany Stratton being undefeated in the top of her game, facing off with a woman like Charlotte Flair, it is something that you don't take lightly. You can't look past a woman like Charlotte. She can hit you with natural selection, hit you with that figure 4 into the figure 8. So certainly a lot of things can go down in this matchup. But ladies and gentlemen, it is for that new version of the NXT Women's Championship, as you see right there on your screen.
Introducing the challenger from the Queen City, Charlotte Flair.
She looks like she's very ready for this match.
The NXT Women's Champion, Tiffany Stratton.
And look at the focusedness of Tiffany Stratton on her face. She's ready as well. Two top women in all of WWE going at it for the brand's prospective championships. Will this be the last time Tiffany holds that championship, or will somehow she be able to survive the Queen tonight here in Orlando, Florida, coming off a massive pay-per-view known as NXT Spring Break? And here we go. Charlotte, Tiffany Stratton, one-on-one, live tonight. Match is officially started. Here we go. And oh, look at Tiffany. Ooh, nice face buster. Oh, into the pinfall. Can she steal it early on? Could you imagine? One move like that, knocking her out, maybe able to steal one. How crazy that would be. Charlotte with those big chops across the chest there. And now going to work on that right knee, that right leg. We all know what she loves to set up there. Trying to set up her opponent for that figure 8 leg lock later on tonight. Ooh, big boot to the ribs. Charlotte with the momentum now. Back and forth we go. It's already been an impressive night so far. Rey Mysterio kicked us off here on NXT by knocking off Oba Femi one-on-one, but he paid the price as Oba destroyed him after the matchup. Oh, look at Tiffany Stratton working on that left leg, left hip. And Tiffany Stratton giving her the kiss of death there. And we are being told Rey Mysterio is getting looked at, ladies and gentlemen, backstage for some minor injuries. being told maybe some cracked ribs might be a possibility, but certainly this man, he's looks like a genetic freak, man. An absolute badass in the middle of the ring. He stayed with Rey Mysterio for a little bit of time. We'll see what's going to be next between Oba Femi and Carlito, and honestly the rest of the LWO, as now Tiffany Stratton with a moonsault. No! Charlotte moves right out the way, and now Charlotte, can she capitalize? With a, nice body slam. Gut wrench body slam there, taking down Tiffany. Will that be enough? No. Just a 2-count referee right there, making sure everything is called right down the middle. And now Charlotte going to go right after the hip and that left knee as well. Can I give Charlotte Flair any of that, or she will own up to it and she will use it to her advantage? It's a spinning elbow strike right to the temple. Tiffany now a little bit faster in this exchange. Can she capitalize? Yes, she does. Brutal power slam there. Now Tiffany, what is she thinking? Oh, okay, a little different variation of like a neck breaker of sorts. Don't know how much damage it did, but it certainly did enough to keep her down. Flatliner takes down Charlotte as well. Tiffany Stratton starting to fire herself up here a little bit. Charlotte may want to take some time. Charlotte getting shown a little bit of disrespect there. This almost feels like a premium live event type of matchup. Look at that, just bouncing her head right off the top of, or I should say right off the mat. And a different variation of a spear from Charlotte takes her down, looking to win the championship that way. Will that be enough? No. It's almost like a stiff spear, not her normal spear that she's known to whip out. Just a big stomp there. That won't be feeling good for Tiffany Stratton. And certainly Charlotte wants to knock off Tiffany Stratton, have a new era of women's champion here in NXT. It's a big time suplex there to Tiffany Stratton. Uh-oh, roll through. Oh, she's looking to pick her up. Big old sit-out powerbomb there. And now Tiffany gonna roll out the ring. That is what a veteran would do. But look at Charlotte, the veteran in this business, with a flying cross body over the top rope. And down goes your NXT champion. And just like that, Charlotte continues with the momentum. And right now, Tiffany's in trouble now. Certainly not something a lot of us were probably expecting here. As Charlotte just going to town right there in that left leg again. You gotta assume later this matchup goes, might favor Charlotte with the amount of damage done in this matchup. As Charlotte again working that left leg, the left quad now. I feel like this might be Charlotte's match to lose at this moment, as she tosses her right into the announce table. And Charlotte living up to the hype right now so far here tonight in this double main event. Coming up next is your other main event. Wardlow defends his NXT Championship in a open challenge against anyone. Ethan Page threw his name out there, said he was accepting it. Is Ethan Page going to be the man accepting it later on after this matchup? We will have to wait and see. As now, Tiffany has Charlotte up. Here we go. Oh, vintage Tiffany Stratton right there. And again, a kiss of death to Charlotte Flair and the rest of this crowd here in Orlando. Is she just getting her hands stomped out now? I've been putting it all on the line here for the WWE Universe down here in Orlando. Back in the ring we go. What is Tiffany thinking? She's taking her time. But you cannot give Charlotte Flair this much time to recuperate, or you very well could lose your matchup. But Tiffany Stratton doesn't care. And now Tiffany, what is she thinking? High risk time from Tiffany Stratton. She's taking too much time here. Stratton with a flying cross body. What a maneuver from Tiffany. This is her match to lose now. Tiffany Stratton. A little bit of an armbar. Okay. I don't really see that too much from Tiffany Stratton, but an armbar out of nowhere. Charlotte now with a knee strike right to the temple. That's going to stun Tiffany Stratton there. As now an Irish whip off the ropes here. Here comes Charlotte Flair showing you that agility into a spear out of nowhere. That very well could win her the NXT Women's Championship. Charlotte now deciding what she wants to do, dragging her away from the ropes. Is that taking up too much time? Tiffany Stratton trying to get up to her feet here. Giving Tiffany way too much time. As now Stratton gets hit with a brutal neck breaker. Big stomp to the forehead there. And oh goodness, what a knee strike as well. Seems like these women are just wanting to brutalize each other at this point. Yes, the NXT Women's Championship is on the line, but certainly it is trying to make sure your opponent is incapacitated, or is incapacitated, knocked out is what I'm trying to say. And certainly that is what they are doing, as Tiffany Stratton right now could be seconds away from losing her women's championship. And I don't know what Charlotte was thinking. I don't know if she was maybe thinking figure 8 leg lock outside there. Why not? Once again, Tiffany Stratton taking her time here. And Charlotte, no rush. No rush to do any of that. As back in the ring we go. And dragging her down by the hair. That won't be feeling too good. Now Stratton from behind, looking to bring some more brutality. Nice Russian leg sweep there. And look at these punches from Tiffany Stratton. And now Stratton looking for an Alabama slam. Down goes Charlotte. Big whiplash there from Charlotte. And now Charlotte is down and out. Tiffany Stratton suicide dive right in front of our announce table, I should say. And oh my goodness. Man, this is the type of match, ladies and gentlemen, you do want to see. These women are tearing each other apart. Going for a DDT, it looks like, was Tiffany Stratton. Charlotte fighting out of it. But both women, back and forth we go. And now Stratton has her up. And again, sending a message to Charlotte Flair. And now Tiffany's not done yet. What is she thinking? DDT there to Charlotte Flair. And Tiffany Stratton, Charlotte Flair, both women are down and out at this opportune time. All Tiffany has to do is toss Charlotte Flair in the ring, and we have a championship retained here. But Tiffany, again, looking to inflict more damage. Why not? You have nothing to lose besides your championship and your undefeated streak at this opportune time. It's back in the ring we go. Tiffany is all fired up. Tiffany, all you got to do is go in there and go for the pin. And now, Tiffany, big kick to the midsection. And oh my goodness, all that weight right there is Charlotte with a big reversal right there in the middle of this ring. Back and forth we go. Charlotte swinging. Brutal neck breaker. Okay, certainly won't be feeling too good. And now it's time for some natural selection. And will that be enough for Charlotte to win the championship? 2, 3 it is. Charlotte Flair is your new NXT Women's Champion. What a matchup, ladies and gentlemen. Down goes Tiffany Stratton as your undefeated champion, as well as no longer your NXT Women's Champion. And now, ladies and gentlemen, it is main event time here. It is championship time. Wardlow has an open challenge for the NXT Championship. He says everybody and anyone can pull on up to this fight, but he says nobody is better than that. He means nobody. So we will figure out who Wardlow will be defending his NXT Championship up next against. He said Kenny Omega. He told him, hey, any place, anytime. You know, Kenny Omega could be that man. I have not seen him all day. We've been told that he's been recovering after a hellacious weekend at NXT Spring Break, and I don't know if Omega is even here tonight. Could that be a possibility? We're about to find out. But Wardlow, your NXT champion, is coming up right here, right now. Who is this championship defense against? We are just mere moments away from finding out, and let's go ahead and see who it is. It is. Wait a minute. This music sounds a little bit familiar, ladies and gentlemen. This is MJF from the Undisputed Era, from their own group. What in the hell is MJF doing out here? We know he picked up a big win over Chad Gable so that MJF could still stay in that main event picture. A big win that MJF needed, but what in the hell is MJF doing out here? Is MJF accepting the challenge? Are we about to see two members of the Undisputed Era go at it? There's no way we're seeing this, right? Am I dreaming right now? Because this doesn't really make sense to me. Why MJF, a member of the Undisputed Era, would be out here to accept this. But I guess we're about to find out here live, ladies and gentlemen. MJF versus Wardlow, possibly? I'm about speechless as anybody else. This is an open challenge. It did say anybody, but certainly not somebody I would expect in the scumbag of the Undisputed Era, that being MJF, ladies and gentlemen. But like I said, we're about to find out if this is actually true between MJF and Wardlow, ladies and gentlemen. Why is everybody in shock and awe, acting like they're surprised to see everybody's favorite scumbag? Yeah, we're partners, but it doesn't mean that I can't answer this open challenge. There's a reason, Wardlow, while I told you to leave the Blackpool Combat Club, because I saw something in you. You weren't being used to your potential, and look what happened after you've done it. You've destroyed the entire roster, and no one wants to answer your open challenge. We knew once you destroyed the entire roster here on NXT, there would be no one next in line for that NXT Championship. And there comes us, me, Adam Cole, and Adam Page. And we knew if we got you along with us, we wouldn't have any trouble getting what we wanted. But now you're becoming bigger than this group, and we can't allow that anymore, Wardlow. That is why I am answering your open challenge, to put you down and back in your cage, back to irrelevancy, before I even pulled you back to where you are now. I'm going to end the so-called championship reign and make sure it goes nowhere. Sorry it has to be that way, Wardlow, but it is how it's going to happen. So you guys made me destroy this whole roster so you could do what you want. But once I start becoming bigger than you guys, you want to tear everything down? It all makes sense now. Weaken everyone and leave no one in your past so that you guys can take me out. There isn't much main event talent on this roster besides the Undisputed Era. And once I cashed in on Kenny Omega and actually beat him, you decided as a group that it was time. My question is, though, MJF, what if I didn't have the open challenge? What would you have done to strike me down? I guess it doesn't matter now, but if this is how you want it to be, so be it. But I will warn you that I won't go down without a fight, and I will take pleasure in destroying all of this Undisputed Era, taking you, Adam Cole, and Adam Page all down and all out of WWE. Are we seriously going to have this match? Hasn't even rung, but now Wardlow is in the ring, MJF leaving the ring, and the referee has not rung up the match up here, so I don't know what in the hell is going on right now, but are we about to see Wardlow and MJF for that championship? Whoa, big man, I'm going to need you to slow down. Actually beating you right now for the NXT Championship isn't really worth it, but I think you being embarrassed by someone else and taking that championship currently is a better situation. So I won't be answering this open challenge, but this man will be. Well, certainly we're getting the NXT Championship matchup that we're wondering who Wardlow is facing. Wardlow's still out here wondering what the hell is going on. And Ethan Page, I mean, we're getting what we're getting. I suppose Ethan Page did say earlier on tonight he was going to be the man answering this open challenge. We didn't know it was going to be going this way, ladies and gentlemen, but it looks like it's going to be Wardlow defending his NXT Championship against Ethan Page. MJF first said he was going to be the one to answer the open challenge coming out here, but, you know, second thought, he said, you know what? Me embarrassing you to defeat the NXT Championship right now wouldn't be the best of ideas, especially on free television. So he said he's not going to embarrass him tonight. He's going to let this man embarrass him tonight and take that NXT Championship away from him. Will that happen? We're about to find out, ladies and gentlemen. All Ego Ethan Page looking to become the new NXT Champion. And here we go, ladies and gentlemen, for that NXT Championship.
Introducing the challenger from Toronto, Ontario, Canada, weighing in at 225 pounds, Ethan.
All Ego Ethan Page already has had his second match. This will be his third match here in WWE, part of the NXT brand, and he very well could be walking out the NXT Champion. Seems like the Undisputed Era are coming after Wardlow. They've made him into the monster that he is today, but MJF is saying this is the time, this is the opportunity to put Wardlow back to where he was back before MJF told Wardlow to leave the Blackpool Combat Club, because Wardlow was, you know, basically just sitting there. He wasn't doing much of the Blackpool Combat Club. But once MJF told him to leave and Wardlow destroyed the Blackpool Combat Club, Wardlow became bigger than the group, and certainly that is not what they want. So here we go. Ethan Page, Wardlow, NXT Championship. The matchup is official. Here we go. NXT Open Challenge. Can Ethan Page do the unthinkable and become the NXT Champion in just his third ever matchup here? As Wardlow with a big old bear hug right here. Could you imagine if he had to tap out here early on? It's a big slap right across the skull, stunning Wardlow momentarily. Look at those big haymakers there. And a big punch takes down the big man. Ethan Page now high risk here early on in the matchup. Swanton. And pinfall. Ooh. 2 count. Very, very close. And Ethan Page right now, he's firing up right now. He's doing quite well. He's talking that trash right now. Wardlow is going to have to figure out something quickly. Oh, taking down Ethan Page. Wardlow trying to get something going. It's a big clothesline. Takes down Page. And oh, what a clubbing strike from Wardlow. It's a reason why he destroyed this whole roster, leaving essentially no main eventers on this roster. Essentially, I mean, Kenny Omega was taken out with that cash in. Omega going to be licking his wounds a little bit. Wardlow taken out, you could say, the last main eventer. And obviously you got the main event talent like MJF, Adam Cole, and Adam Page. That was essentially what MJF is calling the last main event talent on this roster, because Wardlow has run all through them. I mean, we haven't seen Bryan Danielson, we haven't seen Jon Moxley, we haven't seen Cesaro, we haven't really seen those guys in a long time now. We haven't even seen Will Ospreay, Jay White, these other superstars that were a part of NXT months ago, and after WrestleMania, we haven't even seen them. Same with Malachi Black, or formerly known as Aleister Black. So there's a lot of guys we haven't seen, and Wardlow has, I wouldn't say scared him off, but certainly, you know, these main event talent we haven't seen here in NXT for quite some time now. And very well could say it's because of Wardlow. As now Wardlow, with a gut-wrench suplex, stunning Ethan Page in this matchup. And now, oh my goodness, look at these massive strikes to the forehead, unprotected punches to the face. Ethan, you cannot take those maneuvers in these type of matches, my man. It's going to be a long night. As Ethan Page. This is what won him the matchup earlier. Crucifix. Spinning powerbomb. That very well could be it. Pinfall. 1, 2. No, Ethan Page. So close to becoming NXT champion. He turned him inside out. But Wardlow, the monster that he is, he's not going to go down without a bigger fight. Look at Wardlow, right back up to his feet, missing the strike, but he didn't miss that. It's a big takedown there to Ethan Page. Another pinfall opportunity, trying to retain his championship, but no, Ethan Page at a 2. And maybe with, this whole, you could say, a twist in this Undisputed Era, where the Undisputed Era is essentially turned on Wardlow. This could either fire up Wardlow, or this could gotten into his head. It's all about mind games right now with the Undisputed Era. What is it going to look like when we reach NXT Gold Rush? Will Wardlow still be NXT champion, or will it be that man Ethan Page, the new champion? We've already seen one new champion, and Charlotte Flair knocking off the ever-impressive, the undefeated at that time, Tiffany Stratton. Just dragging him. Absolutely. Making him look like an absolute feather there. As now Wardlow taking his time here. Big knee strike from Ethan Page. Let's see if Ethan can capitalize. No, Wardlow from behind now. And now gonna go for... Oh, goodness, what a backbreaker. Wait a minute, that's MJF. MJF, what the hell? MJF trying to distract Wardlow. Not able to pin his opponent now. And now look at Wardlow. He is pissed. He wants him some self of Ethan Page, but Wardlow has to realize the matchup is still continuing. The NXT Championship is still on the line, Wardlow. Focus on your opponent. Then go after MJF. Wardlow witnessing MJF going away here. Wait a minute. Not like this. Is Wardlow going to lose his championship? No. At least not like that anyway. Wardlow having now to try to survive Ethan Page here. Big takedown there, at least momentarily. Wardlow, looking for the big power bomb. Here we go. Big time power bomb there. Is that all she wrote? No, Ethan Page with a strong kick out there. And Wardlow again having to realize he has to go to the well. One more time, folding Ethan Page like an accordion. Is that... No, Ethan Page. How in the hell did he just do that? Wardlow's all frustrated right now, as he should be. Oh, wait, no, Ethan Page with a reversal. Oh, and a big kick to the side of the skull. Certainly won't be feeling too good after that. And now Ethan Page with a big forearm strike there. Wardlow up to his feet. Ethan Page gonna go high risk, high reward there. Type of situation you don't want. As now Ethan Page, here we go. We saw this earlier to Wardlow, but it wasn't enough as he just turns Wardlow inside out. And again, he knows he has to do him over and over again. Ethan Page, is he about to do it? 1, 2, 3, Ethan Page has become your new NXT champion due to the help of MJF. Wardlow stood his ground, but Wardlow just not having enough. Didn't have his mindset totally there. Almost was able to defeat Ethan Page, but Ethan Page is your new NXT champion.